friends. Today we will discuss about topic called pipelining. Okay. Pipelining is a very interesting topic. Okay, we having that is a pipeline. Thing about is the overlapping of the execution time. It's a pipelining. Okay, for first example, go from is laundry machines. Laundry machines will take. Okay, we having that is a one person cloth want to wash. It take from there is a the 1 hour want to be complete 1 hour. The first process having separate machines are available. Washing machine having the 30 minutes want to be completed. Having dry having there is the 20 minutes to be completed. Then fold person taking 10 minutes want to complete it. So this is having the process. Only one resource be available can able to complete. For that one process be completed. Go from a second person want to be as a wash dry fold. Similarly, I went to the third person wash dry fold. So having the three persons, okay, we want to complete from as a 3 hours want to be completed. So with using pipeline concept, what the advantages are available? We having the three separate machines are available. We having the same process. When having the person one, person two, and having the person three is available. The person one will be do from the same was then having dry, then fold. Total take from as a 30, then 20, then 10. So while doing from a trying time, the washing machine work already completed. Second person work they want to start from as a washing one done. So it take me 30 minutes for them. Okay, after take me as the 20 minutes from as a so fold. Dry take me there is a 20 minutes. So 20 minutes from as a dry, then 10 minutes take from as a fold. So second work will be completed. Next, while doing here, third person dry want to started. Same washing machine we as a work from a third person cloth want to be started. Here having the 20 minutes from as a dry and another one is a fold. So take from as 20 plus 10. So one particular the first person want to complete the work having that is a 1 hour want to be completed. Second person take them as a point 30 minutes only have to complete it. 30 minutes completed. Third person will take them as a 0.30 minutes. So having that is the 2 hours complete from as a three-person cloth want to be completed with using pipelining. Suppose you want to run from it is a 3 hours want to run by the entire process. We can give the output having it is a 5%, five person having the output for that. So it is advantage for that. This is only what discussed from here. Today topic is a pipelining. We'll see from some pipelining concept. When having pipelining, we have there is instructions are available. We totally have instructions available. Instruction fetch, instruction decode, execute, memory, and write backs are available. Depending upon the instruction, it may be applicable by all or having the few thing only available. Except from as write back will not available. Memory is always used. When having the instructions are available for instruction, we have instructions fetch, decode, execute, memory, write backs are available. So like from as a 5 instructions have execute from separately, we have to execute from here. 5 into 5, it become it is the 25 clock cycles are required. 25 clock cycles are required without having pipeline. With the pipelining concept I had introduced here, pipeline I think about is the overlapping execution time. So you can see here, while doing from the instance fetch wanted. So if we can do from as a process by likewise first clock cycle, first instance will be fetch. Second clock cycle want to do here. For the first instance will be fetch, they go from decode done. After second instruction want to fetch will be done. When I go from the third one, execute to be done on first instruction. Second instruction what is fetch, they go from a decode done. Third instruction want to fetch will be done. Similarly, go from as a memory also done. We having write backs are done. So we take from as the extra one clock cycle complete from a second instruction. Similarly, I want to complete it. So we have there is a 9 clock cycles are taken. Totally having there is a 16 clock cycle we want to be saved. So what is the problem? 25 clock cycle complete from as a without pipelining. Now take from as a 9 clock cycle. If you want to complete from as a remain 25 clock cycle want to complete it, we can say we can run from as a multiple number of process want to be executed. That is only the advantage about pipelining. For pipelining, everything as it is has the independent instruction available. Independent instruction means there is no dependent one, all are independent instruction only. So here when there is instruction time, maybe some problems are available. What is the problems come? The problems are the considered from as the structural asserts problem. Structural asserts problem means structure wise having the problems are available. Called from structural asserts problem. While see here, when I go from as here, 5 instances are available. We'll do from as the write back and having reading operation available same. That come from as there is the one problems are available. Which is going to write, which is going to read and all. They have maybe confusion. That is having the problem come from the structural asserts. So what will do here? Instruction fetch. They want to move to next cycle. When I want to move from here now. That is also we having the problem for here. Here also write back will be there. Again having instance fetch will be there. For that one, what happened? The entire process we want to cut here. You want to start the process on from as the here only. Okay. Here what is the process? What is the process? Total take from as the 8 plus 9. We take from as the 13 clock cycle want to be completed. But total take from a 25 clock cycle want to completed. Even though compare from here 12 clock cycle we saved. That is one advantage for that. Okay. This compromise is the structural asset problem. After we have data as problems are available, data as problem, we have is dependencies are available. One instruction we have to complete it. After that input go from the second one is the input for. We'll see here. First instruction having the add R1 comma R2 comma R3. That what is the mean now here? When I want to write the instruction, we have in the R1 result, having that is the result are R2 plus R3 value want to be added, result is storing on R1. But I come from a subtraction operation, I go from as R4 result, we want to get the value on R1 minus having the R5 values are there. Without write the value on by here, we could not possible to do from a decode operation will not perform. That is only problems are there. That problem consider from as a dependent instruction are available. That is a dependent instruction. You can see here. When I do from without writing, here what will do here now? Here the mechanism will say about the while executing time, the data forwarding mechanism will be there. Here they want to forward it. Data will be forward here, data will be forwarded. Otherwise, you can able to give the method called from as a other name will be there. Delay and stall want to be implemented here. So once you executing the process, okay, once the memory is be completed, then only can able to process be done. So I have to be execute from as the here, then I have to be executed. So automatically one clock cycle we saved. Similarly, I have to execute from as the like. So I have to be extend from as a clock cycle. Let go from as after the executing the process only that second instruction want to be as executed. If you suppose all the instruction having that is a dependent instruction are available. For this, you go from as the simulations are available. Simulation. Okay, I creating the one project. Okay, the project has the pipeline and the Python code be implemented. For he can see here the pipeline already is a planned. I set by only instruction only. For the instruction, I had creating by that is a without pipeline I could not possible to make it. If I make from as a with pipeline with no other problem. So instructions are given by add around come r2 come r3 r4 5 like by aggregate and sub and or add sub and r and all use. Four class cycles are there. I'll just do from somewhat faster. Okay, I can see here first class cycle instructions which will be done. Second class cycle what happened? First instruction decode be done. Second instruction fetch will be done. So you can able to see here likewise I want to done there. Here there is no problems are available. Okay, when I come to the problem, what is the problems are there? Na government structure asserts will be there. Here load R1 comma 0 comma R2 will be there. Here load R9 comma 0 comma R10 will be available. That is having problem. So you can see here while doing the process, while writing by the memory, here also asking by the one more memory want load is there. So that maybe conflict be rise for the conflict. Previous take from as 8 clock cycle want to be completed. Now take from as 9 clock cycle be saved. 9 clock cycles are there. Compare from as a without pipeline take from as 20 clock cycles are there. We have to save from as 11 clock cycle be saved. The compromise the structure as a problem we can able to resolve. After having data as a problem will be there. Data as a problem. Here instructions are available. I said by now data as a problem. R2 come R3 be a result be added. Result be R1. After completing R1 only you can able to fetch the data from here. So here after executing the process, okay, they having there is a forward mechanism want to forward for coming there. Second instruction will be taken some time for that. You can see that here when you do the process while executing the process, that time you have delay. After writing the entire data on by R1, then only the second instruction will be as a decode be done. So if you want to know that is the first R5 will be as a instruction which will be done. The next instruction on decode time, what happened? Two instructions are required. Now one compromise R5 and one compromise R1s are required. R1 will be available on the fifth clock cycle only. So I have to delay will produce. For the still delay, the second instruction also do from as a similar kind of the decode operator some times are there. Compared to other cycle, take from as it is a extra one cycle only taken, but you get from as without having any problem, you can able to come here. Next government and control assets are available. Here control asset what is the thing mean branch and equal R1 comma R2 go to label 1. So in between what are instructions are available, they could not possibly execute instruction, directly go to this L1 only. So you can able to see the fast. When I go for instruction, when I go from this L1 want to return there, in this process, automatic second instruction will be loading on from here only. They will not skip it from as a add comma sub and all skipped. So automatically you can see over the control instruction. Suppose if you want to execute this code, okay, now you can go from as customize inputs are available. For this, what are the code you want type here, you can able to type from here. Okay, you want start with animated according to the clock cycle want to be allocated. Suppose I don't want this one, I want to know from only this particular one only. So Here I want to apply from as a condition. The branch on equal conditions are applied. Now I want to load be loading by accumulator. Now loading the process. Now I want to start with the play. When I want to start with the play, I already know that how the controllers have to become. Similarly, I have to come from here. Controllers have to become. I have to execute the process. So come from as an example. Otherwise, you can able to load from as a program code. Also, you can able to load from as a U. You can able to give the code value. Suppose what are the code you can able to return here from the as a assembly level language code. So assembly level language code can write, then you can able to see by the output also here. So here you can see here we remove this all the point. What are the thing contents are required, that content only keep it here. Okay, suppose consider when two instruction only given. Okay, I am saying that is a two instruction only. Okay, this is our instruction. Okay, load r1 comma r2. So this is our instruction. For the instruction, once you have to be load. So according to the instruction be there. Now I want to start with process. You can able to do the process. You got different instructions are available. Take for some time for that. Suppose here use from as a R4 is used. So automatically have to be changes be done. It will not depend by anything. It will come from as a new instruction want to be executed. This is only the simple demo with about that is a pipelining concept. It maybe is very useful from as a pipeline concept to understand very easily. Okay, thank you.